Imagine making over $100,000 a year, holding a stable job, and maintaining excellent credit, only to be locked out of the housing market. Banks are still approving loans, but the average monthly mortgage payment has essentially doubled in just a few short years. For a $500,000 house, a 3% rate creates a manageable bill, but a jump to 6% adds over $1,000 to the monthly payment. Rising taxes, insurance, and maintenance stack on top, pushing the total cost even higher. A buyer who could easily afford their ideal home in 2021 is now disqualified from buying that same property today, despite doing everything right. Millennials and Gen Z are increasingly moving to the sidelines, choosing to rent while they wait for the market to correct itself. They are watching for a repeat of the 2008 financial crisis, when housing prices plummeted across the country. But even with buyer demand at historic lows and affordability at a breaking point, home prices are refusing to fall. This creates a strange contradiction. If the average earner can no longer afford to buy a house, why are prices still staying so high? Part of the answer lies in simple inventory. America currently faces a massive shortage of homes for sale. After the 2008 crash, homebuilders significantly pulled back on new construction and kept production low for an entire decade. That 10-year freeze created a deep deficit, particularly in the entry-level starter homes that younger buyers rely on. This chronic scarcity creates a floor for prices. There are so few homes available that even when demand weakens, there is no surplus of inventory to drive a 2008-style price collapse. The type of person who owns a home today has also changed, largely due to much stricter lending standards. In 2008, risky loans led to millions of forced foreclosures, which flooded the market with cheap houses. Today, most homeowners have locked-in mortgage rates near 3%. They aren't being forced to sell. In fact, they have a massive financial incentive to stay put. This creates golden handcuffs. Moving from the house on the left to the house on the right means giving up that 3% rate for a 6% tollgate. For many, that move would break their monthly budget. Without foreclosures forcing people out, and with low rates keeping current owners in place, the supply of available homes remains choked off, propping up these high prices. This gridlock is hitting millennials hardest. They are reaching their peak earning years only to find the market has moved out of reach. It's the latest in a series of financial hurdles, from entering the workforce during the Great Recession to carrying high student debt loads, and now the highest mortgage rates in decades. Gen Z is entering a market where starter homes are essentially disappearing. Statistically, Gen Z earners are making more than previous generations did at their age, but that extra income buys them far less real estate. These structural shifts are forcing younger generations to lean on family wealth, delay homeownership for years, or move to entirely different regions just to enter the market. Because of these supply constraints and locked-in rates, a sudden nationwide price collapse is not the most likely outcome. Instead, the market is fracturing. We are seeing a slow correction, where some cities drop 10 to 20%, while others remain stagnant or even continue to gain value. This fragmented future will be determined by three things: the path of mortgage rates, how quickly we can build new homes, and the overall strength of the economy. The path to building wealth that previous generations used, buying a suburban starter home early and easily, has become much more difficult to navigate. Buyers are adjusting to these conditions by looking for smaller properties, relocating to more affordable cities, or accepting a longer period of renting. Waiting for a 2008-style crash ignores the supply shortage and strict lending that define today's market. Navigating this new landscape requires understanding that the divide between homeowners and renters is widening.